Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out another flashlight here from Wuben. This one came in a package with another flashlight, the G2, which is a keychain flashlight that can also be carried with a removable pocket clip. So you can either carry it with the pocket clip or remove the pocket clip and use a little loop here in your keychain. And when it comes time to using it, you can also, unattach it, use it independently. Has a magnet, multiple different modes, turbo mode, low, medium, high, right? The whole shebang. Looking pretty good here for not a lot of money. Check out the unboxing on this one if you haven't already. But today we're checking out this guy, the T4. So the T4 is a lightweight tactical easy carry light from Wuben. They say here this is not a flashlight. This is a Wuben ECL, 5-year warranty, 850 lumens, 1100 milliamps, and it is Type-C rechargeable. So that is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box here. Bada bing, bada boom. Out of the plastic wrap, I meant. Here are your standards, right? If you want to go ahead and pause there or take a look, you guys are welcome to read, right? A little bit more about this flashlight. It looks like we have a strobe, high, medium, low, in, and then it gives you all the thresholds for battery life, depending on all the different modes, up to 70 hours on the 5 lumen low mode. That's interesting. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get in here, and today, doing the honors, we're going to do the mini Pyrite from CJRB, right? These are the smaller versions of the Pyrite and Pyrite Alt from CJRB. I recently unboxed these guys in the channel, so check them out if you haven't already. Again, all products, all links will be in the description and pinned comments, so if you want to check out the flashlights and knives, anything you see in this video, those links will be down there in the pinned comments and description as well. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. So we have a box inside of the box. The other one was like an outer shell. Let me go ahead and, come on now, do cooperate with me. There we go. All right, thanks for using Wuben. All right, look right here. We have, I'm sure, some additional O-rings, which is always nice and appreciated. If you have an O-ring over a long period of time go bad or break or snap, have some spare ones, which is always great. Kind of tells you a little bit about their commitment to making sure you get a long lasting product, right? They don't just want it to break on you so you go buy the next one, right? They know you're going to be servicing it, right? You're going to be probably changing O-rings down the road, maybe 2-3 years from now, who knows, depending on the life of the O-ring. So spare parts are always welcome. Here's the user manual in different languages. Of course, Mandarin, which is my native language. Just kidding, right? They have different types of languages here. I'm not even going to try to say that. Dutch, we have English, right? And yeah, they're all the languages. Espanol, that's your boy's first language right there. But anyways, we might come back to that in a moment, depending on whether we can figure out this user interface or not. But here it is. Actually, I mean, pretty good size for an EDC flashlight, being tactical and all, which is nice. Come back to that in just a second. Other things we have here, looks like we have a lanyard solution. This is awesome. Okay, so we got a lanyard situation going on here. It is Wuben branded, easy carry light innovator, Wuben, and then that wasn't enough. This is, is this what I think it is? Oh man, okay, we have a whole measuring tape going on here. So if you take these off, oh, this is cool. And this is cool. I'm a sucker for gimmicks and features like this, right? If you take these off, which you absolutely can, they have like a button that they snap on and off. You can take these off, right? And then you got a measuring tape, old fashioned, right? I want to say these are centimeters, right? Not inches. For me, it would be just a little bit more valuable if it were in inches, but you know, the rest of the world doesn't use the imperial system like we do. So these are centimeters, and it goes all the way to, drum roll please, 60, 70, 78, 80, right? All the way to 80. Oh, and then, okay. All right, listen, I thought I was impressed, but I'm now even more impressed because this here, guys, is also your charging cord, right? So this will be regular USB-A on this side, and this is your USB-C. So how did they manage to put cables in here on something so thin that I can't even imagine has a cable running through it? I don't know, but they sure did. So that is insane. That's crazy. The lanyard also works as a necklace, works as a measuring tape, and it's also your charging cord. So I mean, gotta give them kudos there. That definitely takes some extra cool points in my book. Watch how it snaps in place. Right, you're good to go. You could also, you know, just basically press and then you can easily take them out. I mean, in most cases, you know, you get just a generic Type A to Type C charging cable, but I mean, they went the extra mile here to make this one extra cool. So I gotta let them have it. That is neat. So you also have a quick release here as well. So you can use the flashlight and then clip it back on. That's the way to go, right? And then your usual standard, you know, linear solution here, which will be easy to attach as well. So yeah, extra points there for innovation on that. I mean, so far, out of all the charging cable implementations I've seen so far, and I'm not gonna brag and say I've seen many, right? I'm just kind of getting my feet wet in the flashlight world. If you're new to the channel, I think we've checked out maybe 10 or 15 flashlights by this point, and we're slowly making our way to the, you know, checking out more and more as time goes. But that feature right there is pretty neat. So I'm all down for that. Let's go ahead and put the user manual to the side for now. Please remove the battery installation sheet before using. All right, that's also great. The battery's not just draining away, right? It is actually, they have something in between, so the battery's not connecting. So nice easy twist here, lefty loosey, boom, there it is. Our blue film will remove this guy, which is breaking connection between the battery and the connector there. In case you're wondering, what battery does it use? So it uses the Wuben ABJ 1100C, model name or model number there 18350. It is an 1100 milliamp 3.6 volt rechargeable or lithium, as I'm assuming, ion battery with protection circuit board. I mean, that's a fancy battery here. Do not disassemble, do not dispose in fire or water, right? Typical stuff. Do not connect the positive and negative poles, yada, yada, yada. Keep away from children, environmentally friendly. Okay, so here we go. Boom, positive goes in first. In case you're wondering, you also have a little label right there that tells you how it's supposed to go. Positive in first, negative facing back. By the way, this is aluminum construction. So it's nice and tight fit right there. You can see once it reaches the O-ring, right? So a little bit of a tighter close there. So pocket clip included as well. Loving the blue accents, by the way. So you got blue accents right here in the front, blue accents on the pocket clip, and otherwise, you know, pretty neat looking flashlight. So let's go ahead and let's get this guy on here. One click. Oh, double click. Press and hold. Am I missing something? Do we need to charge this guy? Because here's something I'm noticing. There's a lock, duty, and tactical labeling on the handle. I'm seeing there's a little arrow pointing to lock. So that maybe tells me that the flashlight is locked. How do I turn this thing? I don't want to turn that. I want to turn this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am always reminded, as I always humble as I'm making these videos, right? Thinking I'm going in, I know it all, but in reality, I really don't know anything. So I had to consult the instructions manual here. This is the only way that you can change mode. So by default, they ship apparently in the lock mode. That's why I was playing with it and it wasn't turning on. Now you can basically pull back and turn, put it in duty mode, or you can put it in tactical mode. What difference does it make between duty and tactical? We don't know. Actually, yes, we do, because we got the wisdom right here in front of us, if we only bothered to pay attention. So if it's in the lock position, ain't nothing happening. As simple as that. If it's in the duty position, right, one click gives you momentary on. I'm sure that kind of turns on and then eventually turns off. It looks like with one click you can get high, medium, low, so you can cycle through the modes. That's just in the duty mode. I guess if you want to do tactical mode, maybe save more battery that way, not sure. You get the one press momentary on, but then you also get strobe only in tactical mode. So it's kind of like, you know, it's an interesting dynamic, but you can only change it apparently only when you take this guy out. Or wait a second, am I being really dumb or what? Let me see. It's on right now. And I can turn this on. That's it. I quit. I'm closing the channel today, guys. Sorry, it's been a great adventure. You guys are awesome, but you know, it's always fun. It's always fun. This is why I make these videos for you guys, so you can see my raw first impressions, right? Try to play it all tough, not looking at the instructions at first, but then obviously always going back to it. I was like, wait a second, doesn't make sense. It's not so intuitive for you to take off the whole cap just to change the setting back here, but you can just change the setting as easily as that. All right, how awesome is that? So the lock mode is pretty cool, right? Maybe you have children, maybe you want to, you know, you saw how long it took me to figure this out. So unless you show your kids how it's done, if you keep it hush hush, right, and they find your flashlight, that lock mode should keep them away for a while. But it's kind of like a puzzle in a way. If you don't have the instructions, basically you're solving a puzzle here. But yeah, you pull back, do the duty, right? So let's actually test it with duty mode, right? Call of Duty, if you know what I mean. So here we go. All right. Ooh, okay. So you can press and you get momentary on. The moment you let go, it turns off. So that's good for a battery. You just want to light up a spot, all right, momentarily, and boom, the moment you let go, right, it turns off. That's pretty interesting. So I'm guessing, is there a way to keep it on? Okay. So we're going to do one tap is momentary on. And this is in the duty mode. I'm doing multiple taps, and all that does is turns on and off. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just take a look, right? Obviously, I'll do a test at night later tonight. But yeah, you can see it has a nice floodlight ring and a spotlight ring as well. So that should be pretty interesting tonight. And you can feel the warmth of it right now on my hand, feeling that so far. It kind of throws like a halo too. Like if I get it on my hand, you see a little hole in the middle. Kind of throws a little halo in a way. So it'll be interesting to see. As I pull back, obviously, it becomes more of a full circle. All right, so we'll definitely check this guy at night here in just a moment. Trying to figure out these other modes. By the way, this might be a good time to show you guys. Look at this, right? This will be the charging situation here. So that is nice. Even the charging situation is nice and tucked away with threads and an O-ring, right? That's nice, USB-C as you would expect. This one was a little bit easier. I mean, it's nicely labeled there as, you know, open, close, lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. All right, so that is nice. Those are your two threading, you know, screwing, unscrewing situations with this flashlight. This section here for the charging, and this back here for the cap. And no, you don't need to take it off just to change the mode. Let me go over to tactical and see if I can do something different with tactical. All right, it's still one press on. I'm trying to figure out the other modes, the strobe. All right, so how would I do strobe on this one? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that once you figure out how this flashlight works, you are going to be a guru. You're probably going to get a master's degree. But no, I'm all kidding aside. Is obviously, you know, once you own this product and you know how it works, you know, it's going to be pretty fun to keep other people away for sure. So I was today years old when I realized that you get the temporary on with, you know, simple tap. But this is kind of like a camera shutter button, right? You have one click, but if you go further down, a deeper press, then it stays on. Look at that. So hopefully I should be able to cycle. See, now I can use the one click to cycle. So there we go. So now we have our low. There we go. Low, medium. All right, it kind of goes backwards. So high, medium, low, high, medium, low. All right, if I want to turn it off, since I have it in here, I have to go, right, a further, deeper press. So you have two clicks. If you go in about halfway, you get the temporary press and hold. Once you let go, it turns off. If you want to leave it on permanently, you have to go a deeper press to two clicks on the same attempt. So 1, 2, and that keeps it on. And then you can cycle through those. Once you want to turn it off, you have to do the 2 clicks, deeper press, 1, 2, and then it turns it off. So that is, I mean, it's interesting. I love that. I love that. It's unique. It's different. It's actually using this button to do more. A lot of other flashlights, I'll give you an example. A lot of other flashlights, they have an on button, but then you can cycle through the modes with a separate button, right? So, you know, whether that's more or less intuitive, you guys let me know in the comments, okay? So it, you know, it's just one button for on and off and a other separate button for switching modes. This is the Cheval S1, by the way. Check it out here in the channel if you haven't already. A little bit bigger of a flashlight, but I've seen a lot of other flashlights that have that, you know, mechanism. One button on and off, and then you switch with different modes. This one, because it's so small and compact, gotta give it that. Once you shrink the design, the chassis is a lot smaller. You have to get creative with the UI. So now that I have it figured out, let's go ahead and test tactical, right? So the tactical should give me the momentary on, which basically both duty and tactical give me momentary on. So as I'm holding, license and registration, please, right? Let go. You get the idea, right? So if I do the double tap, then there we go. That's the strobe. Let me turn that off right away. You get the idea. I don't want to give anybody epilepsy or anything. But yeah, again, I'm going to hold this right here. If you want to pause, you're good to go. Just know anything here, and I guess the diagram shows it, but the button has to go a deeper press to access the second row of features. But yeah, that being said, now that we got this guy figured out, the other thing I wanted to point out is you do get a red light as it's charging, blue light, which is actually pretty fitting with all the blue accents on this one, blue light once it's fully charged. And here's another breakdown of the parameters if you guys want to check those out as well. But yeah, now that we got a master's degree on how this guy works, let's go ahead and test it outside. Here we go. All right, so we're out here, guys, with the T4, right? There you go. That is the brightest setting right there. So you can see it has quite a lot of reach for such a small flashlight here, right? That is the brightest mode, right? Up in the trees there, right? Definitely focusing that light. It does have sort of like, I noticed, kind of like 3 circles, right? It's got that main bright circle in the middle. You can see there's like another second layer, right? Core to it, around it, second circle, and then there's that third circle of brightness all around. That's pretty much kind of what I'm noticing there. So I'm going to try to cycle here. So in the lowest setting, right, obviously there's a lot less light, right? This is low, right? There's a medium, and we'll let the camera adjust, right? And I'm sorry, it's kind of windy out here. The AC unit, it's going on there in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, it's just usual spot here where I test my flashlights, making it all the way to those trees back there. This is the medium mode. All right, there you go. Actually, yeah, lowest, medium, yes, highest, medium, low, highest, medium, low. There you go. Actually doing pretty good, you guys. All right, doing pretty good, pretty good. Or you guys be the judge in the comments. Let me know how bright is this thing on a scale from 1 through 10. Obviously 10 being the brightest, right? You guys let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the Wuben T4, right? Tactical flashlight, smaller chassis, right? A lot of other flashlights I've seen are a little bit taller. This one combines, pocket clips, so you can even carry it on your belt pocket if you want. Combines a very interesting UI that once you figure out, it's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I love puzzles. Me personally, I love puzzles, right? If anybody's like, oh, I bought this flashlight and I can't seem to figure out how it works. Listen, you got the user manual here. You could obviously go through and figure out in like 2 seconds. I personally like to torture myself trying to figure it out on my own, and then obviously end up going back to the manual almost every single time. But you get the idea, right? That, once you get the operations, you understand the one press, full press, right? Then you're good to go. I should probably switch it back to duty, so I don't risk giving you epilepsy again with that strobe light. But yeah, there we go. One press, temporary on, full press. You actually turn on the different modes: high, low, medium, low, high, medium, low, right? And then full press again to turn it off. Pretty neat, interesting looking flashlight. You saw what it can do at night as well. So you guys let me know your thoughts on this one. Again, this was just an unboxing first impressions video, trying to give you just some overall what to expect, right, from the unboxing experience. Hopefully this was fun. Hopefully you enjoyed me kind of struggling to figure out and ended up figuring out how this guy works. I really enjoyed that, and hopefully you did as well. Let me know what questions you have about this flashlight. Of course, this guy's linked down below. I do believe Wuben has a special going on right now, so if you want to check it out, you absolutely can. All the details will be in the pinned comments and in the description as well, so you can check it out. Prices on these guys are pretty low right now because of holiday sales. And other than that, yeah, very interesting flashlight. Of course, I'm going to carry this guy, gather feedback, and I will be dropping a comprehensive review video later in the channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to do so. I promise you'll be worth coming back for more. If you enjoy flashlight, nice multi-tools, everyday EDC gear like that, then absolutely subscribe. You're definitely going to have a ton of fun here in the channel with me. Shout out to Wuben for sending this one in for me to share with you guys, and shout out to my Patreon supporters for supporting what I do. You guys can support me on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 videos on your screen right there. This one is for another Wuben product you should definitely check out. This one's for another flashlight that you should definitely check out as well. Either one, I'm sure you're going to enjoy one of those. Thank you guys for your love, support. Really appreciate every single one of you. 2024 has been a really amazing, blessed year, and I can't thank you guys enough. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.